I want you to think back to school for a second. Do you remember gifted and talented, or those higher ability classes, say top set? In that world, the rules were clear. You worked hard, you got the grades. The system then moved you up. Success was essentially a straight line. The best grades meant you get invited to the next level. Maybe it's getting into the college you wanted, or a place at university, or perhaps it gave you the grades that you needed to get that apprenticeship. You were trained to believe that the system is based on talent. But then you walk into the corporate world. You brought that same energy with you. You still work hard, if not actually harder this time. You make sure to put in the work, stay behind if you have to. You follow what you've been told to do. Therefore, you're sitting at your desk absolutely baffled right now, thinking, why is it somewhat unclear as to whether or not I am going to get this promotion? Why hasn't it happened yet? You feel overlooked, like the system's broken. Stop. The system isn't broken. The rules have changed and nobody's told you. You're almost waiting for that gold star in a world that only cares about the bottom line. Your promotion isn't just about you. This is Success Subtext. Make sure you're subscribed so I know that this is worth building. Here's a subtext that isn't taught. A promotion is not a thank you card. In school, a grade is a reward for what you did. In business, a promotion is a transaction based on what you will do. I'm a chartered accountant, so let's look at this from that logic. From a company's perspective, promoting you is a financial risk assessment. For you, it might be a pay rise. For the company, it is an increase in their costs. It's more responsibility and there is a bigger risk for the company. It's a risk of you failing at a higher level where the mistakes cost more. A company only promotes you for two main reasons. There's a business gap that needs to be filled. And secondly, the risk of losing you is higher than the cost of promoting you. If you're just doing your current job really well, you're not really creating a business need to promote you. You are just providing great value for your current salary. Why would a business pay more for something that they are already getting? It sounds harsh, but it is the subtext. You need to make the business need you at the next level before you ever get the title. I've lived both sides of this logic. I've fast-tracked my career from a Big Four graduate to a manager in just 3 years and 9 months, a path that usually takes 5. How did I do it? Well, of course I needed to perform in my current role well, but that isn't what would take me up a level, especially not to get double promoted to a manager. I didn't act like that student who's just waiting to be given the good grade. I worked with my managers to make sure that I was lined up for next year to be working at that manager grade. The business case I'd worked with my manager with then clearly showed there was a business need to move me up. But then years later, my senior manager promotion came and it was a no. That was hard because I knew I am Jag and I always put in the work. But when I stripped it all back and had a look at actually what had happened, I was acting like a student in that moment as if I hadn't been given the grade that I deserved. I was waiting for a reward based on past effort. That no, it wasn't a rejection of my talent. It just showed that I hadn't fully mastered the next level of the subtext just yet. I want you to imagine the room with all of the partners, directors, or whoever it is in your company, all around this table ready to discuss promotions. This room is where promotions are decided, and your manager is there, and your names just come up. In that moment, your manager is doing something very dangerous. They are spending their reputation capital on you. They have to look at all of their colleagues, their peers, and they need to say, I am putting my name behind this person and I trust them. They aren't just betting on your technical skills. They are also betting on your predictability. They are asking themselves, if this person messes up, does that make me look incompetent? If I say that they are ready to be promoted and then they don't perform at that next level, does it make me look like I made the wrong judgment call? I've been there in those rooms as a line manager myself. Performance is really what gets you into the conversations, but it is that trust, the kind that makes your manager just feel very safe in their decision. That is what will get you the yes. If there's any mixed feedback about you, development points that you're still working on, is there anyone else in that room who is going to vouch for you and put their reputation capital on the line? If you are very good at what you do, but there is something there, you might be seen as a high risk bet. And in business, high risk bets usually do get declined. So I want you to walk into work tomorrow and stop looking for a gold star. Stop being that student and start being the business case. I'm going to leave you with 3 questions and I want you to be brutally honest with yourself about. Firstly, the business gap. Does the business actually need someone at that next level to solve a problem right now? Or are you just expecting a reward for doing your current job well? Secondly, it's that reputation test. If your manager's bonus depended on your performance tomorrow, would they be nervous or would they be completely calm? And finally, that evidence. Are you waiting for the title to start doing the work? If that's the case, you've already lost. You have to be the role, or at least a part of the role, before you then can get that job. Now, if you've given me your time, I do not take that lightly. I hope this shift in perspective makes you feel like your career is a little bit more in your control. Hit subscribe so you don't miss next Tuesday's layer of the subtext. I'm Jag Dhaliwal. Let's get into the subtext.